What up, guys? What up? What up? What up?
What's going on?
How y'all doing today?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm A-OK. Went out today and found some tracks. I'll throw those up on the Facebook page. Obviously, I'll put them in chat for us, first.
Right.
So, hunting a new area this week. Excited about that.
Yeah. Have you been into this new area?
Briefly. We did find some bones and things like that, like a feeding ground.
Like small animal bones, or?
But no, it was a deer, a white-tailed deer.
Yeah. Bones were everywhere.
Yeah, it's a full skeleton. It looked like it was picked clean. I didn't go down to see if there was any teeth mark or anything like that. But that was the first day I started feeling sick.
Yeah.
I was really coming down with this. I think you and I were trying to push out of there.
Was the skeleton like laid out like it would be if it were alive, or was it scattered?
Oh no, it looked like it dropped right there. You know what I'm saying? Like it was there.
So something didn't tear it apart and eat it. It just laid down there and died for whatever reason.
Now the bones are scattered apart.
Yeah, like the rib cage was spread out.
Leg bones.
The leg bones were also spread out.
The spine in that whole different area.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
That
was freaky. The spine and the head being in a whole different area.
Right. Yeah, the skull of it was like kind of like over, like, I don't want to say over a hill, but it was like,
oh, it was quite a ways off though.
Yeah, I would say maybe 10 feet away.
Oh.
It was about 10 feet away from the spinal cord.
Yeah, it was exciting to see and sad to see. I hate seeing dead animals, I hate seeing anything dead.
That's part of my business.
Oh, yeah.
I deal with that. I deal with that daily.
Yeah, so found those footprints today. I'll throw those up. Looks like it went to the water's edge and went in the water like it was chasing a deer or something.
Or fish.
Was
the water deep enough for fish where you went today?
It's about 3 feet deep, I think, the deepest. So it looked like a chase of deer went in to the mud, and then it looked like the deer took off to the right, and you could see footprints where it went in. So don't know what to make of it. Definitely big prints, though. Wider than mine and definitely longer than mine. You can see toes.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Hope you got some good pictures of it.
I got a video before it got dark. I was out scouting the area. So I'll put it in chat before I put it up online. Let you guys see it. Other than that, it's pretty good hunts. A lot of crazy stuff. Been talking to a lady about the black shadows, Indian medicine woman. She's going to do a couple things for us. Send me a couple things to give to you guys, and me to have one. It's like a protection thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Appreciate that very much.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. That's really cool.
Yep. Yeah, those I don't know what to make of those black shadows, guys. Those shadows people. But that used to be a town back there. You know what I'm saying? Community.
Right.
So, and there is graveyards around there, and who knows? Don't know what to make of them.
So of the times that you've seen them, Jack, what what is your impression of what they are doing?
When I see them, they come and they just stand there looking at me. Like,
They
with
just
their
watch.
hands down to their side and you can see their shoulders and head. And then you hit them with the flashlight and they disappear. You take it away and they're there. And it's the darkest thing in the woods. And you could
So
definitely tell.
you think that they're just watching?
I think they're just watching. I don't know if there's a lot of people saying that, looking into this, there's a lot of people saying that they've seen those in areas and the Bigfoots and Sasquatches and Yetis and Yahoos don't like them. So there are ones that say, they coexist together. Very weird.
Honestly, every time that you guys, Jack, I think I mentioned this to you before on the phone. You guys mention you guys see these and stuff. I don't see them.
You didn't see the one crouched down by the tree that night?
No,
I did. Maybe we're just open to it, or maybe you see it and you don't know what you're seeing.
Exactly. That could be another thing. I mean, I'm looking at something, because when you guys mention, oh, it's right there, it's right there, it's right there. All I see is dark because it's already dark out. I'm seeing dark,
that's what I was going to say was maybe you haven't noticed it yet.
Right.
Because I'll tell honestly, if I hadn't have seen the eyes, those red eyes, I would have never noticed that shadow.
Okay, so yeah,
it was the eyes, but that was the first time I'd ever seen them like that. That big, that.
And the day that you saw that, when I was actually, that was the night, excuse me, that I was with you, right, Beard?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and you were pointing him right at, you were pointing him at, pointing him out to me.
Yep.
Yeah. And it moved over to the left. Remember, we went to it and it took us back in that area.
That's when I heard that really weird scream.
Mm-hmm. I think it's those black shadow people that are screaming.
What about the night that you and I were out there and we heard those howls? Was that the black shadow people, or is that actually a Bigfoot we heard?
I think that was probably a Bigfoot. But those other ones we heard, like the lady screaming and stuff like that.
Yes.
Like those, it sounded like people. I think those were the shadow people. Because I've been watching some videos that have almost the exact same things, and people say they've seen shadow people and they've been getting those yells.
Okay.
But they have evidence that it's the shadow people doing it?
They don't, but it's kind of like what we're getting with the screams and stuff. I mean, that's just my thought process. You know what I'm saying? It's not anyone else's, it's just mine, but putting two and two together, thinking in my head, I don't know. It's weird to go out there doing one thing and catching other stuff like those orbs and that blue orb.
Totally unrelated.
Yeah. Like that blue orb. I didn't know I caught it on camera. It came out of the woods and came up and shot straight up in here, but it was on camera. Looks like a box, coming out of the woods. But if you watch it real slow, you'll see it come up and then shoot straight up, like it diminishes when it goes straight up.
Right.
The weirdest things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I noticed it. I noticed it on my end of it. I mean, I wasn't out there with you guys, so I mean, I saw it on the TV, and I mean, I could notice it then because I'm like, what is that?
Yeah. And it's not reflecting off nothing. There's nothing to reflect off to, like someone else standing next to me. holding a flashlight, catching theirs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's no reflection. It was just weird. Like I said, going out there for one thing and catching 50 other things.
Yeah. I just think that place is just weird.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, I don't know what to make of it. But I think I'm going to do a whole video where it's just everything that we've caught this year.
That's a lot.
Like a highlights clip.
Yeah, like highlight video. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that'd just be neat. I mean, because I don't get rid of this stuff.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Because there's a lot of stuff.
Yep. Yeah, and then, what to make out of it, I don't know, It's not going to sidetrack me from doing what, the main objective is. Very interesting, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Very neat. I think there's a lot of, trying to, mimic the sound, using a vine. I think that was pretty good. I think I matched it. Didn't people say, yeah, it was matched?
Yeah. Yeah, they did. I think it sounded just like it too. I think it was spot on.
Yeah.
What was that now?
It was, that night that I went out by myself.
Yes.
All that activity. And it was like whole different sound that we were getting when it was hitting a tree. It sounded like, Sammy Sosa was hitting a hard ball out of the baseball field, like crack.
Right.
So I tracked, was trying to listen to it and, and picking up different sticks and hitting trees. I think, the best sound that matched it was a vine.
Really?
Yep. Like it was smacking a vine against a tree. I mean, Beard said it sounded the same. People online said it sounded the same. So maybe that's something.
I know.
Maybe different sounds.
The last few days, I mean, you guys, I mean, you and Beard going out, and you went out by yourself. I was not in the right frame of mind. I don't remember much of that stuff going on. I mean, I was sick.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe that's something. Maybe, that's something to look into. Maybe different kind of sticks and rocks they use for different communications throughout the seasons,
Right.
Or maybe different sounds have a different meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it's like, when me and Beard went out, it's like the action was there, start pick up, and then it just nothing.
Yeah.
No feelings.
Instantly stop.
Yep. No feelings, no nothing. Like everything just left the area.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah. Now to chalk that up, if it's true that in mating season, maybe a different male came in, kind of like, we talked about deer do, fight over a female. Maybe an aggressor came in there, let's just say aggressor came in the area and, said, hey, I want your female. And they, maybe they're running out of there. Maybe they're running around. Who knows? I don't know, but it was pretty violent. I mean, that was the most tree knocks and you name it that I've ever got. I mean, I've heard them a lot in the distance, but never like that.
There was a lot of, you could hear them in that. You could hear them when you were on live.
Or maybe
they were close.
Yeah, maybe I just walked in at the wrong time,
Right at the peak of activity in the fight.
Mm-hmm. Now it's weird because also in the 24-hour period, there was a guy that lost his dog back there. And I'd still like to go look around and see if we can't find something that happened. Now, it was a little dog. So
It was a beagle or something like that, wasn't it?
yeah, it was a beagle. I don't know if it ran into a coyote's nest or who knows. But I heard it yelp. So go out there and see what we can't find.
You know, I mean, the deer are moving. They're moving. Like, I mean, with this cold weather we've been having, the deer are moving like crazy right now. Do you think, are we hitting a spot when they're trying to hunt? I mean, they're taking anything and anything they can. You know, they're deer or a dog, anything they possibly can. And are we interrupting them? And is that why they're being so hostile or so aggressive? I guess I want to say.
Yeah, yeah. When Jack went out by himself and had all that activity, like
Right.
he walked into the middle of the hunt.
Right.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of them.
Yeah, and that dog got snatched up within
Right.
24 hours. I mean that could be because of the cold that night, Beard. That the cold they're not going to sit around. They're going to stay on the move.
Right.
They're anything like deer, they're up, and it got pretty cold that night.
Yeah, it was cold. It was cold.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not going to maybe not going to sit around. I mean, they're going to be constantly moving.
Yeah, look, chasing the food,
Right. Yeah. Or when you guys went in, maybe, they were hunting while you guys went in, maybe. And when you guys went in, you scattered the herd of deer or something and they were gone. So maybe they had to backtrack and take maybe a high ground somewhere and try to, to find more of a food source.
Yeah.
Maybe they weren't so much interested in, like how they have been so interested in this before. They're curious. They've been curious about us. Now it's hunting season. They're trying to fatten up for winter coming. They're not going to, maybe they didn't want to pay no mind. I don't know,
They didn't have time to play.
Right. They didn't have time to play that night.
Yeah, especially with hunting season and during the day, so they're probably bedded down during the day, can't get out, in the safe zone. And then at night, they're trying to get food.
Right. Yeah.
So if that's the case, I'm thinking maybe that we got to get out there earlier. I mean, I'm sure like deer know when the hunting season starts. They know. I mean, they know,
Yeah, that's why, us hunters, especially us hunters that are bow hunters, we got to, most of us, I should say, we like the early rut. I mean, the early rut, is mostly during bow season. You kind of catch the deer up more off guard during an early rut.
Right.
And unless and when you wait till November or whenever when gun season comes around, I mean, by that time it could be the second rut by then. And the deer's already learned the pattern.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I mean, this is something, kind of new to us all.
Right.
Maybe hitting this new area and seeing, what it's about and trying to, horseshoe it. You know what I'm saying? See what's going on.
They could be in a totally different part of it, you know, part of the area. They could be on the other side of the area. You know, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see them just sitting in one area. I mean, not when it's cold nights. They're not just going to be, you know, messing around with you. Not, you know, I could see warm nights and there's plenty of food and they're just like, okay, here
Right.
comes these guys again.
The entertainment's here.
Yeah. Get them.
Yeah. Yeah, like the little ones. Oh, I guess I'll let you stay up for a little bit. Just, you know, don't show yourself. You can make them chase you like they're a cat or a dog. They can, you know, but
Company's here. Go get them.
mm-hmm. Your playmates are here.
Yeah.
Entertainment for the night's here.
Yep. So I think now we're going to have to work for them. Way it seems.
Yeah.
Well, I think that we have the gifting of food working in our favor, so maybe they'll kind of look forward to us showing up if they realize we're leaving food every time.
Yeah. Maybe that's going to be the trick too. All right. Yeah. I mean, I just wanted to touch base with you guys, you know, a little, you know, during the week here. Let everybody know. We do talk all week. So.
Yes, we do.
Not just on these lives or Q&As or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, whatever they turn out to be.
Yep, BSing with the group. But yeah, I mean, that medicine woman, as soon as those things get here, I'll pass them along to you guys. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that is really cool.
That'd be great. I really appreciate that.
Really, yeah, it's awesome.
And yeah, anything else you guys want to throw in? Nothing.
No, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad I'm feeling a little better.
We're glad you
get out in those woods.
I'm glad to see you feeling better too.
Yeah,
it's been a long time. So
yeah.
I tell you what, I hated laying in bed. Oh my gosh, my back still hurts from laying in bed.
I hear that. Yeah, we got to see what your plans are for this weekend, Beard.
Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready to talk.
All right, I got a whole plan I got to go over with you guys
All right.
on how I think we're gonna chase these things down.
All right.
I think it's time to call in the backup. I think it's time. Be honest with you. Yep. Hitting the backup button. Boop.
I haven't been out there in a while. So what does the canopy look like?
I mean, it's still medium heavy.
I mean, can we get a drone up?
No.
Do we have I mean, is it too much canopy for a drone?
No,
yeah, it's too much for a drone.
Too much for a drone.
We're around the lake or something.
But with that said, I'm Jack the cameraman.
And I'm Trapper.
And I'm Beard Almighty.
We'll catch you on the live hunt. Peace.